Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I am going to change out these Denali auxiliary light brackets that I have installed on my Honda Goldwing DCT. If you've been keeping up with the videos, when I first purchased the new style Honda Goldwing, I installed these Denali auxiliary light brackets. And at the time, these were the only light brackets that you could find to mount your cube lights underneath your Honda Goldwing. And they have actually worked pretty good with this Denali auxiliary light bracket. If you missed the video, you can click on the link in the top corner of the Denali light bracket install. The only reason that I'm going to change out these auxiliary light brackets is because it has one mounting point underneath the mirror. The only problem with that is when you're going down the road and you're getting wind or you're getting vibration or you hit a nice sized bump, it will knock your spotlight out of aim. Regardless of how much tension you put on that bolt, you only have that one mounting point, so it's subject to swivel. To fix this problem, I'm going to install these auxiliary light brackets that you can pick up from Wingstuff. And the thing that I like about these particular auxiliary light brackets is that it has two mounting points. So anytime you have two mounting points, you're going to have a more stable mounting point that's going to prevent the auxiliary light bracket from moving. So I want you to stay tuned to this video, and I'm going to walk you through how to get these auxiliary light brackets installed on this new style Honda Goldwing. So let's get started. I would like to thank Wingstuff for sponsoring the Caliente garage with these auxiliary light mounting brackets for the 2018 Plus Honda Goldwing. So what comes with these auxiliary mounting brackets? You're going to get two right and left mounting brackets according to the parts list. It comes with all of the hardware that you need to mount the mounting brackets. It tells you that you're getting 4 5mm by 25mm SS socket screws. You're getting 4 5mm SS flat washers. You're getting 4 5mm SS lock washers. You're going to get 2 5mm by 7mm aluminum spacers, and you're going to get 2 5mm by 12mm aluminum spacers. So all of the hardware comes in a kit to get these auxiliary light brackets installed on the Honda Goldwing. And it comes with some installation instructions that tells you how to remove the mirror and get the mounting brackets installed. So let's work on removing the Denali auxiliary light brackets so we can get these light mounting brackets installed on the Honda Goldwing. So I need to get this light taken off. I'm going to take my snips. Take off this zip tie. So I'm going to take off this little end cap. And we're going to take an open box wrench, remove this top nut. I'm going to use this 13mm. And we're going to loosen I don't want to take it all the way off. I want to sit this on something so it doesn't snatch loose. And now that we have that out the way, we need to remove that bolt underneath on the bottom. Underneath the bottom, we have a 3mm bolt that holds the Denali mounting brackets, and this is the only bolt that is used for this mounting bracket. And like I said, at the time when they first came out with this Honda Goldwing, these Denali auxiliary light brackets were the only brackets that you could find at the time. The only drawback was the one bolt, but it swivels when this thing is mounted. So we have this removed. And next I need to take off this plastic cover. So we're going to pop out this little plastic cover. It's come right out. You got a little hook up. So when you go back in, you push in and then snap the bottom. So it's only 2 mounting points for that plastic housing. So we're going to take the brackets, which is not marked right or left. So we need to figure out which way this thing mounts up. So they're not marked right or left. But once you sit it on the bottom of the mirror, the mounting point will be flat. Once you lay that bracket up underneath the mirror, the bracket is going to sit level at that big mounting point. So looking at that from the side. So the best way to do this, we're going to have to drill a hole underneath the bottom of this plastic. So I can either take the mirror off, turn the mirror upside down, or I can try to work around it and kind of figure out where I want to drill this hole. Now, if you look inside of this plastic, it looks like it has a circle right here. And I'm thinking that that circle is exactly where the hole needs to be placed. So we're going to drill a small hole in that spot where that circle is inside of that black plastic. And that should line up perfectly. So let's drill a hole right in that center on this Honda plastic. According to the directions, we need to drill a 5/16 to 3/8 hole through the plastic, and we're going to drill it right through that circle. And that looks pretty centered. And we're going to make sure that this lines up. It's going to mount just like this. So to make this process easier, I'm going to remove the wiring just to kind of get things out of the way. So I want to put this trim piece back on. I'm going to put this trim piece back on. We're going to snap it back onto the Honda Goldwing. And you got to bend this thing back in. Snap on the bottom. So next I need to make sure that these holes line up underneath. And it looks like it's pretty centered. So I'm going to just take my bolt and see, will it line up? Yeah, it looks like that's pretty centered. Look at that. So everything lines up. And all we have to do now is prepare to mount the auxiliary mounting brackets. So I want to show you how this is going to mount up on the bike. You have two long washers. You have a long and a short spacer. You have two lock washers. And then you're going to have two flat washers. So for each bolt, you're going to get a spacer, a lock washer, and a flat washer. So you want to take the long bolt. You're going to go with a lock washer. Then you're going to put a spacer. You're going to put that flat washer on top of the lock washer. Now on the bracket, you're going to put your bolts through like so. You're going to do the same to the other side. You're going to go the long bolt. You're going to go lock washer. You're going to go flat washer. That one is going to go through the hole. Same way. The only difference is one is going to get a long spacer. The other is going to get a short spacer. So if you're facing the bike, the long spacer goes to the front. If you're behind the mirror, the short spacer goes behind the mirror. So looking at this particular mount, this would be the right side. So I'm going to put the big spacer on the front and the small spacer on the rear. So this would be standing behind the mirror. This would be facing the bike. That's the only difference. Both are going to get a flat washer, a lock washer, the long bolt, and a spacer. One spacer is long, one spacer is short. If you're standing behind the bike, you want the short spacer on. If you're standing in front of the bike, you want the long spacer. So let's get this mounted up on the Honda Goldwing. So I am going to take a 4mm Allen to see if we can get this up in there. So I'm gonna get it started. And we got to do the same to this back side. So to do that one, and the spacer has to go up inside of this hole. So we're going to take our bolt, and we're going to put the spacer on the other side. So the hole on the back is going to get the shorter spacer. The hole on the front is going to get the taller spacer. So we're going to swing it around, and we just want to get it started. It's a little bit tough going in at an angle. There we go. This T-handle makes it easier for the backside, but we're going to have to use the shorter Allen for the front. So we're going to take the 4mm, and we're going to just take our time, screw it into that underneath the mirror, and we're going to just bolt this down slowly but surely. And I think this is going to be better for the mounting points. That single mounting point just moves too much. I mean, it worked fine for the time that I had it on my Goldwing. It just, once you get your light adjusted, it moves. But with these auxiliary light brackets that Wingstuff sent over, this is going to fix my problem. So you want to do a little bit on the back, tighten it down, and then alternate to the front. Oh yeah, that's good and tight. I like that. I can already tell that that's going to be a lot better than the Denali. And the Denali worked fine. Like I said, that's the thing about when you purchase a product, when the bike is new, a lot of times it takes a while for better accessories to come out. But if you're on the front line of getting accessories when they first come out, then you're going to just have to deal with it until they come out with something better. But yeah, I like this mounting point. This is not going to move. So much more better than that little swivel there. Next, I'm going to take my 3mm T handle Allen and remove this Denali mounting bracket on the right side. Just one screw. Take out this one screw so we can access the black plastic panel. Next, I need to take off this plastic. So we're going to pull out and push down. And now we have to drill a hole for the second mounting point. So if you look at this Honda plastic, you got a little circle already placed inside of that plastic. And all we have to do is drill in that center hole. So I'm going to take my 3/8 and I'm going to try to get that center as I can. Being careful. Be real careful. I want to try to get that thing as center as possible. And we're going to go with the 5/16. I'm going to go with that top slot first. Snap it in. Now we're going to take a look underneath the bottom and make sure that the holes line up. And we're going to put this smaller mounting bracket, the mounting spacer on the bottom. So I'm going to put the big spacer on the front and I'm going to put this small spacer on the very back. I'm going to take my 4mm and we're going to screw it onto the bottom of the mirror. And I just want to get that started. So next we're going to take the longer spacer, which is going to go in the front. May have to back out on this back bolt first. This little bolt on the front is a little bit slower than the one on the back. The one on the back, you could actually stick a T-handle up there and turn it. This one on the front, you have to have a 90-degree bend on the Allen wrench in order to access this bolt. That's mounted on there good and tight. That's not going to move anywhere. And this is going to complete the install for these auxiliary light mounting brackets for this new style Honda Goldwing. And with these two mounting points, this thing is not going anywhere. Be sure to check the description of the video. I will include a link to where you can pick these up for this new style Honda Goldwing. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down in the comment section below. Thank you.
Dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette. Yeah, ride around the city with a stick all black. Try with a stroke, we ain't with